Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some more Hearthstones. With my last Hearthstone video, for those of you guys that caught it, it was a pack opening for the journey to Un'Goro. I said maybe we'll do some more Hearthstone videos in the future. I still like opening some packs because I'm enjoying playing the game a little bit more as of recently. And I ended up going on a run that night, which kind of got me to the highest rank that I personally have ever been. Now, if you guys watch my Hearthstone videos, you know I'm a pretty terrible Hearthstone player. But I ended up making it up to about rank 10, if I remember correctly. I went basically on this giant streak all the way up to rank 13. Then once I got to 13, there was kind of like a wall there for me. And it kind of was like trading games back and forth. So I eventually went on another win streak, which eventually put me up to 10. Now, if you guys don't know, Hearthstone did this update. I don't know when it happened. It's how little I play. Where basically, once you get to rank 20, you can't go backwards. It's always been that way. Once you get to rank 15, you can't go backwards. Like, you just keep losing and losing, but you will not drop below rank 15. Same thing for 10, and I think same thing for rank 5 as well. So I made it to 10. As you guys can see, I have those stars. I've been playing pretty stupid as of recently, but I figured it would be fun to do a video. Now, the deck that I've actually done this with is a deck that I call Westfall, and the reason why I call it Westfall is because I'm a WoW nerd, and there's a bunch of Murlocs in Westfall, as you guys can see here from the footage. It's one of my favorite zones in the game. It really is. And the deck itself, I'll show it to you here. I actually just copied it offline. I mean, or I guess online. And so it's not really an original deck by any stretch of the imagination. I just trade out one card basically to be able to throw in a Divine Favor for a little bit of card drop, because you're typically playing out your hand when you're playing a Murloc Paladin. So here, of course, is going to be the deck that I'm going to be playing, and I'll put a link to the original deck down there in the description. It's actually a pretty nice Reddit post. It has a bunch of different popular decks from the very beginning of Un'Goro Crater, or I guess the journey to Un'Goro, and as a result, you can find some pretty good decks there if you're looking to build up some stuff. But keep in mind that stuff is from like when the expansion first dropped, whereas maybe things have changed up a little bit now. I don't know. But I put together this Murloc Paladin deck. I've had a lot of fun with it so far, a lot of success with it so far. But again, once you get up to like these higher ranks, I think I won like a 20, like I won like 12 straight games or something like that with it. And in total, like going up to rank 13, I forget the exact numbers, but I went like, I want to say like 20-3, 20-5 or something silly like that. But then once you get up to the high ranks, like I said, like rank 13, that's when I started like trading games basically. It was, you know, not so much anymore. Me just win. It's win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, win, win. Then, you know, of course, get a little bit of a streak, then loss, loss, then win, win, win. And, you know, basically just trading things out. Not a very good start here. Big thing about this deck is trying to get momentum pretty early. And there's a good amount of one-drops in this deck, but we did not get any of them. So now we got this Argent Squire out here at the very beginning. And we're just going to have to follow that up with a Hydrologist. All right. Coming at us with a pirate pirate druid. I can honestly say I've yet to experience this. All right, so let's get ourselves a seeker here. Noble Sacrifice seems fantastic because it's going to kill off pretty much anything that he wants to attack with, unless he attacks with the Argent Squire. Ravasaur Runt, if you control at least 2 other minions and adapt. Ugh, the pain on this. I haven't seen this deck yet. Then again, I haven't played in a couple of days, so maybe the meta has completely changed. I have no idea. All right. Well, that actually helps out quite a bit. We're gonna be able to kill off a couple of his guys here. So he put the Death Rattle of summon 2/1/1 plants. He's basically going completely face on me here. So I think the best course of action here would be to pop this, trade into this. Noble Sacrifice, which is going to, if he's smart, which chances are he is, he's going to run his Argent Squire in there to pop the Noble Sacrifice. It's still going to get rid of the Divine Shield for 1 mana, which still isn't brilliant, but it slows him down a little bit. I don't know what the overall plan with this deck is, though, because I've never played it. So, like, I have a feeling his plan is more than just throw out a bunch of really low-cost minions and rush down my face. I imagine there's something big, and he did not. All right. Then again, I guess it kind of makes sense. If he does that, he gets 2/1/1s, and then he can run his Argent Squire into my 2/1, and then pop the Divine Shield and basically get it for free. He's going to buff them all up with Mark of the Lotus. All right. Well, goodness gracious. This is getting somewhat out of hand somewhat quickly. All right. So I think a good plan here would be to put out him and then give my Murlocs +2 health. And in doing so, we will be able to take out this guy here. Wait, would be better? Nope, they just have the mark on there. I was wondering, like, they have all these marks on them. Is it going to be, like, you know, is there some other effect or benefit on them that I didn't notice? Yeah, he really just, his strategy seems to be with this. I again don't know this deck. Seems to be fill the board with stuff, lots of like with adapting and stuff. He's adding death rattles to summon even more things. He's just basically having like a ridiculous amount of these little guys running about. I'm hoping I draw a 1-drop, Murloc. That would be fantastic for this turn. All right, it has become less fantastic now that he is dead. All right, that's not bad. So I think what we do here is we get ourselves a secret. Hopefully we get something. Eye for an Eye is not great. Repentance is not great. And Getaway Kodo is not great. None of these are very good. None of these are very good. So after your opponent plays a Mage, drop himself to 1. Most of his guys have 1 health anyway. When friendly minion dies, return it to your hand. I guess that is our only relatively decent one. So we're going to do that, and then we are going to go ahead and buff up this guy here just to have a little bit of a stronger board presence. Then we're going to kill off that guy, and we're going to put in the Getaway Kodo. So whoever he does decide to kill, we are going to be able to have it come back to life. Now, the Gentle Megasaur is one of the cards that really does break this deck. It adapts all your Murlocs. Now, how it works is if let's say you have 4 Murlocs on the board, or 3 like I just had, then instead of like being able to choose to adapt each individual one, you pick one for all of them. So you can get yourself in a situation where you get +3. If you have a bunch of Murlocs on the board and you get the adapt of +3 attack, every one of your Murlocs has +3 attack, and it's horrifying. Living Mana, turn your mana crystals into 2/2 minions, recover that mana when they die. Goodness gracious. This is not looking good. Not looking good whatsoever, because I can't draw a 2-drop here. Well, let's see. He's got exact lethal on the board. I can trade off a lot of things, so it wouldn't be exact lethal. I think it would be best to Primal Fin Lookout and then go with a... If I go Primal Fin Lookout and then Cold Light Seer, I can potentially... They'll all be relatively buffed up, and I'll be able to kill off 2 of his guys, which would be helpful. And I can get rid of the 3/1. Yeah, I think we're going to do it that way. So we're going to put out or get this guy who's going to allow us to pick another Murloc. I'm going to go with 7. What would be best? I think the Inquisitor would be best right now because of the fact that he's a 1/3. So we're going to get him. We're going to buff up what Murlocs I have. It's going to give them extra health. And now that they have all the 5s, we're going to go ahead and attack that. And that's going to only have one of those guys pop up. Then we're going to get rid of this 2/2. And being sure not to kill off his 2/2s because they give him back mana. Although, I guess this doesn't really matter, does it? It might. I had a voice crack there. Alright. He may have lethal. If he's just going face right now, he probably has a swipe or something like that, which is going to be GG. I haven't seen this deck before. It's interesting. I like it when you see new things like this. Yeah, it'd be exact lethal with a swipe, which what Druid deck doesn't run a swipe? Okay, he doesn't have it. He's just kind of hoping. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. Alright, so. Get out the Inquisitor. So I can Inquisitor and then Hero Power and then Gentle Megasaur. Alright. A little scared here, guys. A little scared. So there's... Even if I get Wind Fury or +3 attack, that will not be lethal. Which is a bit annoying, because I have 10 damage on board right now. If I get +3 attack, that's going to be extra 12 damage. Wind Fury is not even as good as +3 attack, so we don't need to do the math there. Gentle Megasaur. There it is. There it is, boys. There's our taunt. Whew. That helps out a ton. It really does. Now, we're still walking on eggshells here. We are still walking on eggshells because... We're going to get rid of that. We're walked on eggshells because if he has swipe, it's over. If he has any spell whatsoever, it's over. I don't have healing in this deck. Because I rarely need it. I guess I do have... if you count True Silver Champion, I have healing. I can, I can attack his face and heal for 2. But that's not really that good. Destroy a pirate, gain +1/+1. I don't think he's got... Does he not have a swipe in this deck? A swipe would be so helpful right now. I mean, one, he would kill me, but even if my health wasn't down to 3, he would be able to kill off most of my board. All right. Well, Divine Favor certainly is not coming in handy in this match, is it? It is certainly not coming in handy. Okay, well, I've got the Grimscale Chum, but I don't have a Murloc to give him the benefit. But it may be worth to just put him out anyway, along with, yeah. I think we just do it this way. Just get out the guys. Going to adapt on Wind Fury. Wind Fury does sound delicious right now. +1/+1 does sound helpful as well. Poisonous, though. It's only the Murlocs that are being benefited here. So let's see. If I go Wind Fury, I can have the Inquisitor pop and then kill the Argent Squire. And then I really can't do much to kill off. I'm going to go Poisonous. I'm going Poisonous. And the reason why I'm going Poisonous is because I can't get rid of that thing. I guess I could have had the 1/3 go into him instead. That might have made a little bit more sense. Well, either way, we got two taunts on the board. I think that was a bit of a mistake because who did I run into him? I ran in. That was into the face. Who did I run into? I ran the 1/1 in there, but he had 3. No, he had 2 attack, so the Inquisitor would have actually lived. Yeah, I should have ran the Inquisitor in there. First game of the day, it happens. Does he have a way around the taunt? Does he have the swipe? I have a feeling there's a swipe in this man's deck, and he's like, can I just draw it? Can I just draw it? He's going +2 it. Okay. Fair enough. Him always having 1 card in his... Now Divine Favor is just completely... Do I get at least 1 card out of a Divine Favor? Draw cards until you have as many in your hand as your opponent. But if my opponent has 0 and I play the card with 0 cards in my hand, do I get not even 1 card? I don't know. I've never really gone up against somebody who this consistently cleared up the entire board. We're going to put you out. We're going to buff you up. Is there a fancy way I can do this? Probably not. Guess we're going to run you into you. And you into you. You into you. And just keep clearing that board. And I'll hold the Divine Favor, although chances are he's going to. I'm waiting on that top deck. I am waiting on it. Oh, he's just going to try and rush face. All right, I've got 13 damage on board. He's got 17 health. I don't really... Actually, there is. The Bluegill Warrior helps. The Bluegill Warrior helps. Okay, so we play the Bluegill Warrior. We Divine Favor. And we hope for the Warrior, not the War Leader. We need the War Leader. Actually, we don't need the War Leader, because by playing these Murlocs, he's now buffed up, and that's GG. Alright. Or close to GG. Oh, there is GG. I didn't do all the math in my head there, but, you know, we got it. We got it. There's math involved. But I didn't account for the buffing of the Murloc there. Hey, almost ranked 46 for a Golden Blessing of Might. Hot diggity. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah, I like... you know, getting higher up in the ranks. We're going to play some more, of course. But I like getting higher up in the ranks of the different guys so you can get all the golden base cards. Like I did for Warrior. Now we're working on Paladin ever so slightly. Hit 1,500 wins. I've played a lot of this game in my time. Goodness gracious. For somebody that plays it, oh my gosh. I wonder if that's going to pick up on the recording. Hey. Hey. Idiots. So... I have 2 cats. Usually they're not in the room when I'm recording or anything like that. And they like to wrestle. They're both brothers. I've had them since they were kittens. And they like to wrestle a lot. For some reason on my curtains. And so they're over there. I don't know if it's going to pick up on the recording or not. I should forget about it. All right, so... Hunter. Gentle Megasaur. I hate throwing it away, but you pretty much have to. But I just hate throwing it away because... there's always that time. I've had these games where I've had 2 of them just sitting in the bottom half of my deck, and you really need them. Like, if you get a good start, and I guess that's true of every deck, but turn 4 lethal with this deck is not out of the question at all. If you get, you know, a good start with the Murloc, get a good 2-drop, then you get your War Leader on turn 3, then you get the Gentle Soar on turn 4. Yeah, there are times where you can just go ham and win on turn 4. I've done it several times in my climb up to rank 10. Which, this is kind of a fun video, because people have been watching my Hearthstone videos for a while. I mean, you guys know that, you know, this is unlike me to get up to this rank. I think it's best to play him here, so we can buff up our little guy here. Now, he's going to trade his 1/1 into my 2/1. It's going to summon a 3/2 Big Bad Wolf, but I can deal with the 3/2 Big Bad Wolf. So he's going to adapt. Wait, what does this card do? He is going to adapt a friendly beast. All right, so he's giving, +3 attack to the kindly grandmother. Horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. But we can still kill it off, which is not bad. Unfortunately, the War Leader does not help me out a lot in this situation. Doesn't give him enough health to actually be able to live, so he's going to die regardless. The Blowgill Sniper doesn't help, really, because he only does 1 damage. So I think the best thing to do is just adapt right now. Well, not adapt, but discover. And Hydrologist or a Chum? Hydrologist or a Chum? I like Hydrologist. We're going to go Hydrologist, I think. We can play 2/2/2s next turn. And then we'll kill off this guy. There we go. Well, actually, in a perfect world, I think it would be better to kill off the Crackling Razor Maw because of potentially some card that puts him back in his hand, right? Because if they were to put the Big Bad Wolf or whatever back into his hand, that wouldn't hurt me at all, you know? Okay, so we're going to go Hydrologist first. And Redemption, Noble Sacrifice. That is definitely helpful. And that is whenever it attacks a minion. So we're going to put out the No? If I put out the Blowgill Sniper, I can kill the 1/1. Yeah, we'll do that. We're just going to do it this way, and we're going to clear the board. I wish I had 1 more mana to be able to put out the Noble Sacrifice so I can go face and then have his minion run into the Noble Sacrifice. All right, there's Gentle Megasaur. Of all the things he gets my Gentle Meg. Well, he doesn't get my Gentle Megasaur. He discovered a beast. Which I can kill with the True Silver Champion. Question is, do we go gold or not? Of course we're going gold. All right. Do I have 2 gold of these? Have I just not finished that up? I think I may have gotten my 2nd gold True Silver Champion, but never actually implemented it into this deck. I should fix that. Because if I have 1, I should have the other, correct? By this point. I think so. Yeah. So I'm still rocking the... I got so many wins with it, I just kind of forgot. One things I need to remember to do. We're getting towards the end of the month. It's the 24th right now. And I want to take this deck and make a couple changes to it, like adding in Old Murkai and play it in Wild, because your Wild rank is different. Your Wild rank is different than your Standard rank, so I'm going to start all the way back at level 25, because I've never played Wild really at all. And so if I do that, I'll be able to get a bunch of pretty easy wins, at least to like rank like 18, 17 or something like that with this deck and get wins for my Paladin to work it towards gold. I think my cat's wrestling again. Okay, so we can kill off the 3/2. With the weapon, and then we can Bluegill and Murloc War Leader. Sounds scary? Does that sound scary? I think it sounds scary, so let's go ahead and do that. There we are. We can also adapt one of these guys, but I don't know. How much damage do we have on the board right now? So we've got 17 damage on board, and if I adapt him, if I proc a Wind Fury here. No, that's not quite Wind Fury. That's not quite Wind Fury. You know what? We're going to get greedy. We're going to get greedy. I have a True Silver Champion in my hand already, and he has 6 health. So, you know, he may be able to pull some shenanigans. Hunters aren't exactly known for their amazing board clear. Yeah, that is their board clear. So, kill command. All right, scary stuff. If I top deck a Bluegill Warrior, it's over. I mean, chances of me getting a Bluegill Warrior are slim, but... And Consecrate, same thing. I can't play both, though. I can't play both. So, we're just going to Forge Justice, and we're going to pop out a little Silverhand Knight, right? There's Recruit. Gosh, Silverhand Recruit. I always mess up the name of this thing. Always. Always. Hey. Hey. Knock it off over there. God, I'm becoming old. Sitting here playing a children's card game, yelling at my cats for wrestling. Savannah Highmane. Oh, you know what would really screw me? Actually, it wouldn't screw me. Consecration wins me the game regardless. But, yeah. He has no answer. Houndmaster on the Savannah Highmane. That would be pretty freaking rough. Hey, there we go. And Golden Blessing of Might. Not bad. I don't use Blessing of Might ever, but, you know, it's always good to get them gold cards. It's always good. Now, do I have a second Golden True Silver Champion? Because that is pretty necessary, if you ask me. Hey, I like that. I like that a lot. Maybe all the way over here. Where art thou? Deck limit 2. Okay, so we're going to drop one of you. Yeah, I do have a second. What kind of peasant has... Gosh, terrible. Absolutely terrible. I've been trying to make like an adapt Paladin deck work. I just haven't had a lot of success with it. This is what I was running. It's probably terrible. I don't know. I was trying to get an adapt Paladin work running off of the quest, the last Caldeasaur or whatever, where you basically get that big dinosaur that can adapt 5 times. I've won games with it, but, you know. And then again, I'm at rank 10, and I have 2 stars. If I lose, I go back to rank 10. It's no big deal. So maybe I could start, messing around with it at this rank. I don't really have any illusions I'm going to get Legend. Wildcat was telling me that to be able to get Legend in Hearthstone, going from like rank 20 to rank 5 takes about the same amount of time as it takes to get from like rank 5 to Legend, is what I was told. And that seems about right, I guess. I don't know. I think it just comes down to winning. Should we keep the adapt? I think we'll keep the adapt. We'll see, but I mean, we got a pretty good start here, so the adapt helps. Consecrate doesn't help much at all. You win 51% of your games and just play a ton, you can eventually get Legend, right? But, and what's nice about a deck like this is I can actually, I almost win or lose by turn 7. You can kind of tell in a lot of situations. In the past couple of games, I've actually lasted rather long and just ended up winning. I guess not so much against the Hunter there, but, for the most part. Oh, we're going Pirate Warrior. All right, believe it or not, this is my first Pirate Warrior. This is my first Pirate Warrior. I don't think you guys are going to believe me, but it is. All right. Well, we are going to drop the Tide Collar coin into the Inquisitor. There we go. Nice beefy start, especially compared to his little 1/1s with his 1/2 weapon. I don't know what he's going to have as a follow-up, but I do know for a fact Pirate Warrior is pretty freaking good, so... We'll see. Oh, Fiery Wind Axe on turn 2, obviously. I have a Golden Warrior. I know. You have to have your Fiery Wind Axe. But then again, you don't even have the Golden one. So chances are you're just, you're playing Flavor of the Month right now. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. All right, so we're going to adapt and get Wind Fury. And neither one of these are Wind Fury. I was really hoping for Wind Fury. I really was, because that would have allowed me to just kill off everything. No such luck. No such luck. But... it's okay. Now he's going to be able to take his Fiery Wind Axe and kill him off, but I'm okay with that, I think. Then again, I don't really have any great answers for this next turn here. We'll see. We shall see. I like that card back. Ooh, Frothing Berserker. That's scary. Tis a little scary. If I could draw that True Silver Champion, that would be great. Divine Favor does not help me at all in this situation. And honestly, putting out my little 1/1 Murloc right now does nothing but hurt me, because he's going to be able to kill it and then buff up his guy even more. So I can't quite do much. We may just have to concede this, because this deck's really kind of about tempo, and he got the tempo right away. Back-to-back Fiery Wind Axes. Oh, and the Bloodstone Raider on top of it. This tempo is insane. It's not over, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. Gentle Megasaur, okay. I'm going to have to go ahead and say it's over. There's just nothing I can put out on the board that he's not going to be able to kill and buff up his Frothing Berserker with. And he's also got the weapon, so he doesn't have to sacrifice his own guys to clear my board and buff up his Frothing Berserker. Wow. All right, so that's how it feels to just get completely shat on, because, man... I've had those games where I went on turn 4, and that was one of those games where I lost on turn 4. So, even though he didn't completely get my health down, he all but did. There was nothing I could have done. I like having the Grime Scale Chum on turn 1, although not so much against the Mage. So, we'll see if we can get something a little bit better. The Inquisitor is really good. There he is. There he is. The Inquisitor is really good against the Mage on turn 1, because he can't just get popped. So, we're going to go ahead and do that. Get him out there. Turn 2, hopefully we drop another 1-drop. If not, I'll just summon a Murloc Knight. And that's not a 1-drop, so we're going to summon a Murloc Knight and just go face. What's nice is I have the turn 3 play with the Primal Fin Lookout to allow me to discover another Murloc, and plus he's a 3/2, so he doesn't immediately die to a mage. You wouldn't think it to be true, but I actually have a lot of success against mages with this deck. I'm probably jinxing myself, but I don't think. No, I have lost once. I have lost once. It was the Exodia mage. Okay. Not a whole lot I can do against that 4/3 right now. One thing I can do is put out the Hydrologist, and hopefully get a good secret, preferably get down. Is that my best option? Is that my best option? I could put out the Primal Fin, but if it's a duplicate or whatever that name of that thing is, I don't have a way to actually kill it. So we're going to have to put out the Hydrologist, I think. Seems to make sense. And there's our Noble Sacrifice. Easy game. Put it out and tackle this first. Alright, just in case it's a Vaporize. Chances are it wasn't, but you never know. It's most likely his first Ice Block. Now, what is he going to do with the 4/3? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who he attacks. The Get Down's going to, yeah. There you go. The Get Down's going to get him. I can take him out with my 1/3 next turn. Awesome. He has 5 cards in his hand. Divine Favor isn't super helpful as of right now. Let's see. I think we Grimscale Chump, and then we really, really, really hope that it buffs up the Primal Fin. Buff up Primal Fin. Come on. There you go. There you go. And Bilefin seems the best here. I like the Bilefin here because he gives me... maybe not, because we're playing the Mage. We're going to go Inquisitor. We're going to go Inquisitor for the cheese. We're going to have some straight-up cheese. Because if you guys don't know, there's an interaction with Vilequin Inquisitor, for those that don't know. So you can use your hero power, put out Vilequin Inquisitor, and then it will allow you to use your hero power once again. So if you have 5 mana, you spend it to get a Murloc out, put out your Inquisitor, then you spend it again to get another Murloc out. You can get 3 Murlocs out altogether, which is pretty nice. I could do that right now, but I think it might be better if I find a way to get rid of that 2/3, although I don't have a terribly efficient way of doing that. Besides throwing a Bluegill and my guy in there. And then I would be left with 3 mana. Which, Divine Favor will allow me to draw 2 cards. To basically be an Arcane Intellect at that point. Well, actually, yeah, this is much better. So we're going to put out the Bluegill Warrior, and then we're going to buff their health. There we go. And now neither of them die. I'm glad I took my time with that and didn't just, like, rush ahead and do something stupid. I'm sure that was obvious to some people, but it kind of took me a moment to get that. He's like, what? He's sitting there looking at the cards. Divine Favor. I like this card a lot, but it just hasn't been helpful. I put it in here because I needed card draw in this deck, but so far today I haven't actually had a use for it. Well, I mean, I could play the Inquisitor right now, and then follow it up with a Bluegill, and then Divine Favor, and draw 4 cards. So there we go. I don't know what that secret could be, though. So we're going to put out you. Yeah. Put out you. Doesn't have a... Oh. Mirror Entity. I mean, it's kind of annoying. He is a 1/3. He's sticky for what he is, for sure. Now we're going to Divine Favor. That's going to help out a lot, I think. Get us all the stuff. And is there an easy way of clearing up this board? Because I don't think that there is. No. So is there a better way than just run him into him, and kill off the 1/3, and then trade these guys? I don't think there is an extremely efficient way of doing this. So I did it that way. It leaves me with 2 guys that can't be pinged down. And I was talking about not having your Gentle Sword before. We're about halfway through my deck here, and I haven't drawn either one of them yet. They'd be helpful, but he's got his Ice Block up already. So, oh gosh. So that's another Mirror Entity and an Ice Barrier, which is going to be the armor one. No? Okay. Well, that's super spooky. There's so many cards to be played here. So we can play the Hydrologist. We can buff. That's 4 mana. I could get out a bunch of Murlocs, and buff them up with the Cold Light Seer, but they would just die to a Flame Strike. So it kind of doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to just kind of like go whole hog with it. I think the best thing to do would be to put out Hydrologist, get ourselves a secret. We get a Noble Sacrifice. Great. And after that plays minion, transform into 1/1 sheep. All right, there we go. I did not expect that at all. Now we're going to go ahead and buff up this guy here. And then we're going to give my Murlocs a little bit of health. There we go. So what could that other one be? I don't know the Mage secrets all that well. So one of them's obviously Ice Block. But the other one's not Ice Barrier. It's not another Polymorph. Counterspell? Probably a Counterspell. So what's more important to me, the Adapt or the Noble Sacrifice? I think it's probably no. Noble Sacrifice hasn't been helpful at all because like he's not actually attacking with minions or anything like that. Well, now suddenly it may be. Man, I really wish with all these Murlocs on the board I'd drop my Gentle Sword. So I think I put out the Noble Sacrifice first to pop, hopefully, what is a counter spell, and then adapt. Right? Because I would like to adapt my 3/5 into having +3 attack. Yeah, so there's your counter spell. Mana Bind. When your opponent casts a spell, had a copy of it that costs 0. Alright. Now, is this going to pop the counter spell? No, it doesn't. Okay. Cannot be targeted by souls or hero powers. The +1/+1 helps out a lot here, actually. So we're going to go ahead and take that. So that we can kill this, which is... The secret may bring it back to life or something. No? I don't know what this secret can be, honestly. So we're going to play you. Here's that interaction I was talking about. Play you, and then we're going to get another little dinky out. Whoop. Ice Barrier. There's our Ice Barrier. Okay. Now, what's a smidge... I mean... A Flame Strike clears all but 2, but then again, I still have two guys on the board. If it's a free, it seems like it's a secret mage of sorts. I don't know. If it's like a freeze mage where you can just freeze me and throw down a Doomsayer, then I'm kind of screwed. Because this deck does not have a way of killing off a a Doomsayer at all. So he still has his Ice Block up. Boy, oh boy. There's a Frostbolt. Doesn't seem to have a whole lot of AoE board clear. There is my Get Down. Alright. Well, let's go pop some secrets, shall we? That's going to be the Get Down. Trade the 1/1 into it. It's fine. Now, he has other ones where like, he plays a minion. Or if I play a minion... Let's go ahead and just put you out, and we're going to buff up. That doesn't put him out of Flame Strike range, so we're going to buff up you. And so he gets a Mirror Entity. I suppose I'm okay with that. It doesn't really do a whole lot, especially considering I can easily trade with it. And we're going to put you out, and we're just going to deal some damage. If I could draw one of them Gentle Swords, that would be swell. He's getting like low on cards here, man. Then again, so am I. And I've already used my Divine Favor. 16, I got 14. Fireball. He has to Fireball down one of my Murlocs. I love it. I love it. He's going to ping down him. He doesn't have any answers. There's a Primal Fin. Primal Fin helps out a smidge. The other Murlocs have +1 attack. That's actually somewhat helpful here. Because we need to pop that Ice Barrier. Or Ice Block. Sorry, Ice Block it's called. I mean, it's going fine. I'm just... I'm a bit pessimistic on this game. We're 1 Flame Strike away from dying. We are 1 Doomsayer away from clearing my entire board and losing all my momentum. He just discovered a spell. He was fishing for, I think, a Flame Strike or some sort of board clear. He didn't play it immediately, so I'm under the impression he did not get it. And so we're 2 turns away from winning. No, maybe not, because he probably has another Ice Block. If he has all these other secrets in his deck, chances are he has another Ice Block in his hand that he has been holding. He is polymorphing a 3/2. He is a little bit concerned here, putting out a couple of taunt cards. I can consecrate them down, and I think I'm going to. Just to be able to pop his Ice Block now. I bet you that other card in there is going to be an Ice Block as well, but we'll see. Do I have enough to pop him down now? Oh boy! Ice Block. I had no idea, but my board is full of such little tiny creatures that, and since he has no cards either, I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world, I don't think. I haven't drawn either one of my weapons now that I think about it, so I still have those to look forward to. I still have both Gentle Swords to look forward to. Trying to think what else would be in here. What is the name of the legendary ninja one? Oh no, don't add a random mage spell. Catalyst Tone. Oh, I had 3 random mage spells. Ah! Arcane, there it is. He just keeps getting random spells, so eventually he can clear my board. But he has 0 mana left, so it's GG. It's GG. And where's the well played? There's the well played. Bum bum dun dun. Hey, and then we got our 3 wins. Got our 10 gold, which is all I was after at the end of the day, was getting myself my 10 gold. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is all I had for you guys in this video. I think it's gone on relatively long enough. I enjoy this deck. I really do. And just to give you guys, show it to you one more time here. This is the deck. It's nice. I enjoy the deck for what it is. The original deck, I forget the exact name, so forgive me. I'm going to have to go to the 5 drops here. It was this guy, the Bitter Tide Hydra, was originally in this deck the way it was described on Reddit. But I ended up dropping it because there was only like 2 games I had played where it was actually beneficial out of like 25 games that I played. And so I dropped it in favor of a Divine Favor. And I personally like it. I've seen other versions of a deck like this. I've seen people run Tyrian Forging. I've seen Stampeding Kodos. It's becoming a more popular deck because it's just so freaking efficient. I wasn't able to show it here in this video, but there are games where you just win on turn 4. You win on turn 5. You just blitz through and you just win very quickly. You get the perfect curve. You get your Gentle Sword out on turn 4. You already had your War Leader out on turn 3. It just worked out well for you. Finja is very nice because he can, again, he wasn't able to be shown here in this video, but if you could kill somebody with him, you get 2 Murlocs from your deck. That quickly bolsters your board with Murlocs, and of course, you buff them up with a War Leader. You get a Cold Light Seer on them. You Gentle Sword them. Like, the deck has so much synergy. Leroy Jenkins has saved me more times than I can count. He, again, didn't play a big role in today's video, but yeah, a lot of fun. I do want to make a deck like this that's going to be wild and throw in like an old Murkeye, maybe some other stuff. Old Murkeye, you can't actually have it in here, but old Murkeye would just completely, this is my old patron deck. Is it Murk like this, I think? Yeah, old Murkeye would just be completely broken in a deck like this. A 4 mana with charge, that's +1 attack for every other Murloc, whereas on average, I have like 4 or 5 other Murlocs on the board already. Like, he's just gonna... There's a reason why they put him in the Hall of Fame, because he would just break a lot of these decks. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.